お、右オン、左オン、右足オン、右オン、左オン、右足オン、右オン、左オン、右足オン、右オン、左オン、右足オン。イエーイ。
So we are on our 4th week of farming related skills, and one of the things that I noticed, and I hate to do this sometimes, but one of the things that I noticed is I think that the farming related skills is kind of starting to show its seams a little bit, and we're already only on episode number 4. Now I don't think that this is, you know, when you think of like fabric coming undone, I don't think it's the end all be all. We can sew it up. It can still have a redemption to it. But I just kind of felt like my enjoyment of episode number 4 was very small, right? Like I didn't laugh during this whole entire time. And I wasn't really captivated or surprised by anything that occurred during the episode. And that is very different than my feelings of episode 1, 2, and episode 3. I genuinely felt like I was having a really good time in a really silly anime that's focused around somebody who just has farming on the brain 24/7. Now, I will admit that, you know, the moment that the Ouroboros tried to take Al over in this episode, and all he saw was images of him plowing land and, you know, raising crops. Basically, Al has a super duper one-track mind. I did think that that was pretty funny. Now, the thing though is it didn't get me to laugh, and it could definitely be just maybe I'm just not in the mood for it today. I don't know, but I genuinely watch, and when I've been watching this farming anime, I watch it with the same mindset and same hope, you know what I mean? I took today off of work. I'm feeling good, you know what I mean? I got my little coffee, so I should be in the mood to laugh, right? And I'm gonna watch 2 or 3 other anime today that may totally change up the feelings that I end up having about, you know, the episode, about the anime, like everything that's going on. So, you know, I just want to throw that out there, that I think that it showed some of its seams, and it showed why this isn't exactly, you know, a super hit of the season. And I hope that I'm making sense there. Because even when I was taking notes, and I don't take a ton of notes, but I do take some notes, right? You know, I can pretty much watch and, you know, I could be typing here on my keyboard, you know, as I'm watching, and I'll just kind of take notes off to the side. And this episode, I didn't really take a lot. So really, we got left off on last week with Helen being controlled. We're like, okay, is she evil? Is she jealous? Is the Ouroboros just controlling her? The latter of which we assume was the case. Well, that ended up actually being the case. Ouroboros was, in fact, controlling her. It was indicated by her eyes. Her eyes, though, ended up speaking out to Al, right? Like, he was able to hear Helen's true thoughts or whatever, so I thought that was kind of silly. Then, you know, he's about to get stabbed up. He's about to get killed up by Ouroboros, and he ended up getting saved by this miraculous dragon in the sky that ended up just kind of like falling out of the sky, called the Mirage Dragon. And I thought that was a little bit silly as well. You know, and then the Mirage Dragon gives him his powers, and then kind of like doesn't possess him necessarily, but kind of gives him his powers, and then, you know, he kind of like falls to the side. He's like about to die or whatever, and then he gives him the power of regeneration. He's like, this is what you need to save your friend, blah 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 blah, right? Then all of a sudden, you know, Al goes in and he f's up the Ouroboros. He f's up Helen because he's, you know, she spoke out to him, and, you know, at that point, you know, Ouroboros tries to take him over. He resists him. Really, he has a one-track brain, so he's just not able to kind of get through to Al in that way. He ends up just effing up Helen. He ends up just effing her up real quick. And the Mirage Dragon miraculously comes back to life and gets rid of the Ouroboros. And then, you know, after that, we see that Al has a letter for his parents' visit. And, you know, the princess wants to go with him. The relationship between Al and the princess is in question. I actually really like the relationship quite a bit, and I hope that kind of Al really gets the bag there, if you guys know what I mean. Then we end the episode with him getting felt up and taken advantage of by a male orc, which he was like, oh, the orc wants to be friends, unlike the female orcs who just want to cohabitate. Then he got saved by the blue-haired girl. So, and we know that she's going to be coming next, and then obviously Al's got to go visit his parents and stuff. But, like, That's really all that happened this episode. And of course, I'm summarizing a lot in some parts, but like even the drinking stuff, like I didn't have a good time watching this episode. It was predictable, but that wasn't the problem. It was just kind of the way it went about doing it. I just felt like, I don't know. It's really hard for me to verbalize it, but there's just some kind of enjoyment level that just simply wasn't met. My enjoyment meter wasn't met by this episode, and that's kind of a problem. So I'm just gonna write this episode off, as I think you should too. And I don't know, however you felt, let me know in the comments. Let me know if you enjoyed it. Let me know if you thought it was hella funny. Let me know if it wasn't. Let me know if you're kind of feeling like me. I do think that next week it could definitely redeem itself, with the blue hair girl suddenly becoming, a thing now, right? I think it could redeem itself. Helen gaining the Ouroboros power. I did kind of find it a little funny. Again, I didn't laugh though, but I found it funny when she was drinking and she was like, hand on, this hand on, leg on, she was doing the Ouroboros power. Again, I thought that was, entertaining, but I didn't really like feel entertained by it. It's just so hard to convey. But I'm gonna write this episode off and just say, okay, this wasn't my favorite episode. That's okay. Episode 5, new blue hair girl could totally redeem it. The next story arc can totally redeem it. So I'm gonna remain hopeful because I've liked this anime so far, and I think the 3 episodes gave us enough to say, hey, you should watch this. So I'm gonna remain hopeful. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments below. As always, I appreciate you being here for another week of farming related skills. I will be back next Saturday, and I'm gonna cross fingers that next Saturday is hella funny. All right, my friends, see you guys next week. Peace.